Hello and welcome to another update video about Ethereum. Ethereum broke below micro support, and as already highlighted earlier today on Twitter, we've seen a break below that micro support and we are likely in this C wave of wave 2, and there are still one or two more lows to come ideally. So on Twitter, you can get additional updates also between videos, not as many as we provide in our Gold membership, but feel free to follow us. You'll find the link in the description. We posted today about Ether, and there is some stuff about Mindset as well, Link, ADA, and Bitcoin. These are additional updates to, in addition to the videos, so feel free to check it out. Earlier today, already posted here about Ethereum and this ongoing decline that micro support broke. So I want to share with you how the microstructure here in this move down is looking like, but I also described it in that update. Basically, the idea is that the market topped there in a wave 1, on the 9th of December. So we are probably back in this wave 2. And we had a dip in 3 waves, which was likely an A wave. We had a rally only in 3 waves, So this turned out as a B wave, and we're now moving down in a C wave. Okay, and the C wave itself is a 5-wave move. It's a 5-wave move, and I have to just redo the, okay, so like that. 5-wave move, and in previous videos I shared with you Fibonacci support levels that could be relevant, for example, $2,281 and $2,214 next. Basically, it means we are back in this scenario. Now, if we have an overshooting B wave like that, which is a corrective rally, which is ridiculously high, in this scenario, we do not necessarily need to see that C wave below the low of the A wave, okay? So I think we can add here a trend line that might be helpful going forward just to see if the market reacts to it. It is possible, because the B wave is so high, that the C wave will end above A. And for exactly that purpose, I added some Fibonacci levels where we can look if the price will react to them. If not, then there are further extensions that are possible. It will take a long time until we have invalidation here, okay? Because remember this green support area, it is technically still the relevant support for this wave 2. So there is a lot of space, technically all the way down to 1670, that Ether could use in this scenario. This is really the level. Only below that level I will call the current wave 2 scenario likely invalidated. And it will become very, very unreliable and unlikely. So there is a lot of space, but I'm not suggesting we will definitely come down to that level. However, obviously the market appears weak at the moment. But nevertheless, we've had a significantly high B wave, so the C wave doesn't need to be that long. In fact, if we look at the daily time frame, look at the RSI, the market still has space, but possibly not. It will get oversold before it comes down to 1670 probably. So Bitcoin's RSI is already way lower, okay? Either way, if we look at the C wave to the downside, what is the wave count? So at the moment, I've got it labeled as an ending diagonal, because I think the wave 1 looks more like a 3-wave move. So I've got 3 waves in wave 1, 3 waves in wave 2. I've got here an A wave in 5 waves, a B wave in 3, and then the C wave now could get one more low actually in wave C. But this wave 3 has basically reached minimum requirements. So basically it would be A, B, C in wave 3. Why do I say minimum requirements? Because if I'm looking at the length, so if we compare the length of wave 1 with the length of wave 3, minimum is typically the 1.236 extension, and that was reached at $2,305. I often say that the minimum for a third would be the 1.236 extension. So that's a possibility that stops here. Maybe it goes a little lower. At the moment, I have no evidence that wave 4 has started, but at least one more 4 and 5 pattern would be likely here. If this is an impulse to the downside, then it would look a little different, and I'll share with you how. So in an impulse, the microstructure is different. It would be wave 1, wave 2, 3, 4, 5. Basically, it would suggest that we get that all of this, what I've shown you here in yellow, would be part of circle wave 3 still. I will take that off the chart again, not to confuse, but basically it means we should, instead of just one more low, we could get 2 more lows. Okay, so I could be wrong about the idea that this is a diagonal. That's to a degree subjective. But anyway, we need some kind of an impulse to the upside to suggest the low is in. So far, we haven't seen it, okay, and the downtrend is still unfolding. Just be aware, so I think specifically here in the area around 2,200, where those previous swing lows are, as well as where that trend line is, and the 1.618 extension level, we have the next chance to reverse from there. But obviously, the buyers need to show us a signal, right? Also, what is possible, too early to say, that this forms a massive head and shoulders pattern. Again, you know, that doesn't need to work out, but it's just something, just like a potential here on the chart. Just note that trend line. I think it's fairly obvious, but could be quite relevant. Now, if that's the head and shoulders, we might indeed see it drop down into the green support area. But even then, you know, it would be lower prices for anybody who was waiting for deeper and lower prices. Anybody who thought he or she missed the boat, there's another deeper pullback in a wave 2. And don't forget that wave 2s normally scare people. I haven't had much scare in that wave 2 so far, so that can still happen. Okay, that's my update about Ether. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.